things work good. Hopefully things work good. Hopefully things work fine. Hopefully we have no issues here. Unfortunately, we did see the our PC clunking out there for a quick second at the end of that last little bit of the B main. We can take a quick look here at those B main stats right now. We will try to pull those up onto the broadcast so we can get a good look at and see how things finish there, as Tyler Burrow did pick up the win in that B main. Jaden Freeberger, Landon Price, Brandon Marlowe up there as well, as we see Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Lassiter, Sizemore, Dunow, Thompson, Dickinson, Euling, and Murray. That is all the top 12 that advanced. Unfortunately for Dylan Lear and Dylan Murray, they did not advance into the show here. So top 12 there out of the B main did advance into the show, as unfortunately the broadcast PC ran into some issues there. We tried to get everything reset and get everything back to perfect here for this A main feature event, and hopefully no internet issues, no PC issues, no anything there. I don't think it was PC, I think it was more internet, but sometimes it's kind of coincides, goes hand in hand there. So hopefully everything is good as we get ready here for our A main feature event. Our A main loaded up and onto the racetrack, and starting on the pole position in the number 96 machine, that is Skylar Pruitt. To his outside in the 00 machine, that is Jason Luther. And starting in position, does it still show that it's bad? Because I even changed my output like real bad. Like, is the internet still not good, Jet? Like, oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy if it's still fucking laggy, bro. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Your Facebook's looking good. Twitch was not looking good. Let's just pray. Let's just pray, chat. Let's just pray the internet holds up and everything else throughout the rest of the night, as Matt George up in position number 4. He's got Braden Carter down to his inside. Bo Krebs right there in position number 5. He's got Mario Perez in the 71 there in position number 6. Devin Sizemore and Devin Udaly bring up row number 4 with Nicholas Ely and the 21 of Eddie Farnes rounding out our top 10. Then we see Tristan Sykes, the 8 rider, Nate Walker rounding out our top 12. Tyler Burrow, our B main winner, with Jaden Freeberger there to his outside. Landon Price, Jeremiah Johnson, Brandon Marlowe, our points leader, starting back in the 17th position, has his Hot Lap Heroes teammate to his outside. That's Jacob Lassiter. Starting in the 19th spot, it's Andy Sizemore, and to his outside, it is the 332C machine. That is Chase Dunow rounding out our top 20. Michael Thompson, Ty Dickinson, Tanner Euling, and Bobby Murray bringing up the rear of the field, as out in front, Skylar Pruitt is going to see that green flag fly as the pace truck makes a hard left-hand turn back down pit side, and we are quickly green flag racing here at the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park for race number 3 of the HomeTown Hero Series, presented by Black Diamond Mafia. As Skylar Pruitt out in front, we're going to quickly see our first caution flag of the day, as a tough break, as it looks like Tristan Sykes going to get collected in this one, with Devin Udaly in that 32 machine. As the caution flag will fly on lap number 1, we will take a look and see what happens here to Udaly in the 32 ride, and the 99X of Tristan Sykes in the Black Diamond Mafia machine. It looks like Udaly goes off the racetrack here, may get a little help. Oh, there you go. You see just things closing up in a quick hurry here. Unfortunately for the 99X ride, I don't think he realized that they were going 3 wide here. So the 99X, the black, white, and red car, there in the bottom of the far right side of the screen. You're going to see him just kind of come up. Unfortunately, goes over the nose of the 8 and Nate Walker, which then turns him up into Devin Udaly. Nowhere to go for the Key City Used Auto Parts number 32 ride, is Udaly in there. You see the 15 ride of Nicholas Ely in there as well, getting some pretty heavy damage for the 15 ride as well in that bit of a mix-up here on lap number 1. So some heavily damaged cars out there on the racetrack. They're going to get themselves fixed up and back out there, as they will go to the rear of the field, and they'll look to try to work themselves back towards the front. Ty Dickinson says, oh, hi, and everything's looking good for right now. Okay, perfect. That's all I need to know is that things are looking good for you, David. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. E&D Farms, a livestock farm coming in, showing the love as well as this is number 96 is my hero. I think Skylar Pruitt is a lot of people's heroes. That's for certain. 67 is my hero, says Ty Dickinson. 67 is decent. I don't know about that one. That's a bit of an out-of-pocket hot take right there. E&D Farms, that's for certain. No, I'm just kidding. Ty Dickinson, always our hero. Always our hero is Sweet Tea looking to have himself a good run. Evan Stefanski with the Heart Reaction. E&D Livestock Farm coming in with the like. David Cannon, Braden Carter, Skylar Pruitt all coming in with those reactions as we are back to Green Flag Racing. Skylar Pruitt gonna see that green flag fly here as that 96 ride looking to try to pick up the win, trying to put his Black Diamond Mafia Volusia Speed Shot Machine down in victory lane. Jason Luther right there in position number 2 as here comes Braden Carter down to his inside. Braden Carter looking very strong here in this one as that 5 machine rolling the inside lane as we do see the caution flag fly. Colin Bocus says, photo goat Mario Perez for the win. He is definitely the photo goat. That is for certain. He takes some very, very good photos of these iRacing cars and everything else. I don't even know where to start on this one. As this caution flag, I see a lot of drivers' names popping up here. It does look like Eddie Farnes, possibly one of those cars to watch here. As contact in front of him, a lot of drivers just getting tied together, bouncing around here. Jacob Lassiter right there in the middle of things. Oh, man, this front straightaway was a busy, busy place to be out there on the racetrack as 4 wide here coming off of corner number 4, and things tighten up in a quick hurry. The 35, the 17 makes some contact there, which sends the 19 right of Sizemore down the racetrack, unfortunately, into Landon Price and Lancaster. Lassiter is see Jacob Lasser getting back up the racetrack hard into the 19 and that 17 ride. And then I think this just continues to trend that direction down into corner number 1 as everyone just trying to get out of the way. You see some contact there between Bobby Murray and the 71 ride as they beat and bang. There's Michael Thompson getting collected in it. And tore up race cars right there as things, unfortunately, did not go to plan for a lot of those drivers inside the top 10 as they were battling 4 wide there. And unfortunately, just not enough room out there on the racetrack for that, especially off of corner number 4 here at Volusia Speedway. Close one for my driver, says David Canada. Close one for him. Close one for Nate out there. He's gotten close in a couple of them out there, unfortunately, already in this one as he's still inside the top 10, looking strong out there. But right now, no one looking better than the 96 rider, Skylar Pruitt, as he continues to lead the way. The 5 rider, Braden Carter, showing some good speed here early on in this heat feature event. 0-0 ride at Jason Luther there in 3rd. Bo Krebs there in 4th. Mario Perez in the 71 ride there in that 5th position as Matt George, Nicholas Ely, Landon Price, Nate Walker, and Tyler Burrow rounding out our top 10 as, oh baby, the heat is on. Braden Carter making the mistake, goes up the racetrack there in corner number 1. And here you go. Here comes Bo Krebs. Here comes Jason Luther. Contact! Around goes Nicholas Ely. Ely's around, and a lot of drivers again tied up in this one. See the 24 ride of Jaden Freeberger, the Premier Racing Setups ride with some pretty heavy damage. Some good damage here again for Ty Dickinson in that Papa Mike Promotions Black Diamond Mafia 09 laser engraving ride as the E&D Farms ride, getting some pretty good damage there as well. And a tough break there for Ty and a tough break for a few of our other competitors. So we will take a look back and see what happened here as another caution flag gonna fly and some more drivers getting pretty damaged up out there on the racetrack. Alrighty, keep your eye on the 15 ride here of Nicholas Ely as he sends it down into corner number 3. He's on the bottom side. I don't know if he got some contact. He might have got some help there from the 27 ride. I believe that's Landon Price. I think he may have gave him a shot in the shorts here. Fortunately, I don't know if it was him or if it was iRacing making the contact, and that just kind of kicks the rear end out of that 15 ride as he goes around. Nowhere to go for Jaden Freeberger. You see Jeremiah Johnson getting some contact into that one. Jacob Lassiter, the 27 right there. A few other drivers getting collected in it. Some pretty heavy contact for a lot of these cars. And then you see Ty Dickinson, the E&D Farms ride sliding in here. He's going to go backwards into both of those cars. Just help balance out the damage for both of them. And they'll keep on rolling. It's a tough break for a bunch of drivers, but they will get loaded back into the sim and ready to go back. They never touched. Yeah, it didn't look like they touched. That's for certain. I think that was just iRacing with some bad net code right there, and just unfortunately spinning that 15 right around and taking a lot of good drivers out. It's Stacy Benton. Stacy coming in, setting it off. What are we talking about here, Stacy? Miss Benton coming in with the 1,000-star dono, coming in, setting it off here in this one. Absolutely insane, my girl. Absolutely insane. Ty says, I don't know about that one either, Ty. That was a tough break, brother. That was a tough break right there. You should hear the race chat, my lord. Oh, I could imagine what race chat is sounding like right now. It's probably not a very happy place to be. Out in front, Skylar Pruitt leading the way here. Pruitt out in front. He's looking to just try to run away with it, keep this 96 right at the front of the field. He's looking to do this a lot in real life here this season as he's getting his street stock prepped and ready. We saw him over the weekend head out and get some testing and tuning in, and he's looking primed up and ready for the beginning of his race season here in just a couple more days, as I do believe he loads up and heads to the racetrack for their first night of racing on Thursday. So whether or not we talk to Skylar here in the broadcast booth by the end of the night, we wish him luck, and good luck out there on the racetrack in a very bountiful and beautiful 2024 race season out there on the racetrack, as the 96 Skylar Pruitt, the reflection of perfection so far here in this one, as he's been out in front for every single lap. And here you go, the caution flag gonna come back out, as unfortunately looks like Jaden Freeberger unfortunately getting tied up in some more issues out here on the racetrack. A few drivers kind of bouncing around. Eddie Farnes kind of right there in the middle of it as they just kind of get together, and Eddie and the 24 tied up right there as they get kind of tied together. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where we're going to see this spin, but this is going to continue on into corner number 3. And oh yeah, Eddie just, I think the White Claws might have gotten the better of him right there. White Claws, I think, struck in this one, as drivers definitely feeling the heat here down in Florida, and I think the heat's getting to some of them, and he sends it in there, just makes that hard contact with the left rear of the 24 ride. Says the 24 ride backwards up into the fence. You see Eddie, I don't know if he just alt that forward right out of there. No, he's still on the racetrack, but unfortunately, pretty good damage there on that 21 ride, as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing, as those drivers will go to the rear of the field. They'll restart at the back of the pack, and we will get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. If you're watching over on YouTube, we do apologize, as this is the second portion of the broadcast, as heat races and the B main were before this. The B main kind of got broken up there. We had some internet issues. Hopefully they are resolved. Hopefully the internet issues will not come back and bite us before the end of this broadcast, as the internet, for some reason, I don't know, they extended the fiber optics farther down the road, and I think either just putting more people onto it or what has made it worse. And if that's the issue, then they're cut my bill in half. That is for certain, because I pay way too much for having the amount of internet droppages that I've had. Keep me posted, Ty Dickinson. Good luck, boys. Get it done. Skylar Pruitt. Yes, Sirski. You know it. You know it, Michael. We got you. As we are back to green flag racing, another perfect restart out of that 96 ride of Skylar Pruitt. As Pruitt quickly back onto the lap pedal, looking to try to run away with it. Right now, he's hoping for this racetrack to really get slicked off here. He wants to see this track go kind of more one lane, where they got to try to figure out a way to get around him here, as long as he keeps on clicking off these laps and the caution flags keep coming back out, he may be able to just cruise to victory with ease here this evening, just hitting the restarts perfectly, as you see a tore up 17 rider. That Volusia Speed Shop, Team CFM Esports rider Jeremiah Johnson. Heavy damage down the bottom side of corner number 2. 22 there, and down the back straightaway, we'll take a look as he's battling here at the 27 ride. I'm not sure if they just, yeah, they make some contact right there, sends the 17 hard up into that outside fence. All 4 tires up off the ground there, and some pretty heavy damage for him. And then, yeah, the 58 ride of Tanner Euling getting a piece of him there as well, putting some damage onto that 58 T machine, and that car is absolutely tore to shreds. It needs a whole new front clip and probably a lot more than just that. And that car has seen some better days and some tough luck right there for that number 17 machine. As right now, some good luck for the 96 ride of Skylar Pruitt as Pruitt continues to lead the way here. Pruitt out in front, showing him how to get it done as he's got that car pointed in the right direction, and he is looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here this evening as the Black Diamond Mafia. Number 96 ride out in front, looking for another perfect restart. Jason Luther, Bo Krems, Braden Carter, Mario Perez back there in tow, rounding out our top 5 with Matt George, Nate Walker, Tyler Burrow, Brandon Marlowe, Devin Sizemore rounding out our top 10. As we're going to jump right on board here for this restart with Nate Walker. As we're going to jump on board with him, we're going to jump into a quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume, cheer on your favorite drivers as we crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Is the caution flag going to fly here once again in this one? Caution flag going to come back out. That will bring an end to our PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up, and we'll get ready to take a look back and see what happened here to bring out caution flag number, and we'll see what happened here in this one, as it looks like Bobby Murray possibly running into some more issues here in that one ride. As got a bit of a rough go here this evening. Looks like the one ride is going to get up possibly into the outside fence again. Yes, right there, hard into that outside fence. Going to climb the wall, hard up into it. Stop there on the high side of the racetrack. Once he gets stopped out there, the caution flag flies. See that right front completely missing somewhere out there on the racetrack in a heartbreaker for the one machine, as the Black Diamond Mafia, Bob Mike Promotions, Volusia Speed Shop Ride was looking to have himself a good run here this evening. We will get them lined up and ready to go back to battle here at Volusia Speedway Park. Out in front, Skylar Pruitt continuing to lead the way. Pruitt out in front. We'll see that green flag fly once again here from Volusia Speedway Park, as he is quickly back onto the lap pedal, looking to try to run away with this one. Pruitt out in front, chasing Luther. Bo Krems right there in second and third, as Krems looking for a good run underneath that 00 machine. Braden Carter right there in the mixes. He's there in position number 4. Mario Perez there in 5th, as Matt George now up into 6th, with Tyler Burrow right there behind him in that 7th spot. Nate Walker there in 8th, but here comes Brandon Marlowe. So Marlowe started back in the 17th position, now up inside the top 10 as our points leader. doing it again here, trying to work himself slowly but surely towards the front of the field. This 37 right already with a win and a third place finish here on the season to give himself that points lead. Looking for another solid run and strong performance here this evening. Skylar Pruitt right now with the strongest run out of everybody as he's been out in front. He's been the reflection of perfection here all evening long. He's led every lap up to this point. He's hit these restarts perfectly, and he looks to continue to just keep that gap between himself and Jason Luther. And looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here today. Black Diamond Mafia ride, the Black Diamond Mafia owner in the Black Diamond Mafia sponsored series, looking to cash in here in race number 3, looking at trying to park his ride up in victory lane here as Pruitt continues to show these drivers around the racetrack. See Jason Luther slowly but surely reeling him back in, trying to get to the back bumper of that 96 ride. We saw him draw him in a few times already in this race after these restarts. Usually gets a caution flag right as he gets there within striking distance. Caution flag will come back out. Skylar gets another good restart, opens up that gap, and then it takes a few laps for this 00 ride to try to track him back down, or the 96 ride to start to fall off ever so slightly here on the longer little bits of runs out there on the racetrack. It's Jason Luther, Skylar Pruitt, 1 and 2. Braden Carter back up into position number 3, but that battle's not done yet. Here comes a little slide job and crossover here again as Bo Krebs, Braden Carter put on a heck of a race and a heck of a show here for us. The 71 ride, Mario Perez getting a front row seat to that one as they continue to duke it out. Unfortunately, that time down through 3. Not enough room down low for that 168 ride. He's going to try to hang it out up on the high side here. Looks for a big run. Unfortunately, couldn't quite find what he needed there to stay to the outside of that 5 rod. Bo Krebs back to position number 5 now. 0 to 71. And Mario Perez up into position number 4. Matt George, Tyler Burrow, Brandon Marlowe all right there, ready to pounce. As Marlowe now starting to work himself up towards that high side lane, looking for something up there a little bit higher. He's trying to work himself around a few more of these drivers, trying to get himself to the front of the field. Skylar Pruitt out in front, continue to lead the way. Him and that 00 Jason Luther, 1 and 2, and they got a little bit of a lead now, almost 2 seconds between themselves and our third place driver, Braden Carter. So we got a nice little gap back here to the rest of the field as a little bit of contact. Braden Carter getting a shot in the shorts there by that 168 ride of Bo Krebs. Krebs was right there underneath him, taking a look down at the rear axle there of that 5 ride, getting a good shot underneath that car, and luckily enough, everyone able to keep it pointed in the right direction and keep on rolling out there on the racetrack. Braden Carter going to stay in position number 3. Mario Perez there in 4. Bo Krebs now back into position number 5 with Matt George, Brandon Marlowe, Tyler Burrow, Nate Walker, and Landon Price rounding out our top 10 here in this one. It's a little 3 wide back here for that 6th position. 3 wide is Brandon Marlowe down the very bottom side. Matt George is going to slide backwards as him and Tyler Burrow are going to jump up and work themselves around that 23 machine. The 27 rider, Landon Price, working himself up inside the top 10 as well. And here comes Devin Udaly trying to work himself back into that picture as well, as Udaly right there in the thick of things. As here comes Brandon Marlowe. He is not done yet. Still trying to work underneath of that 35 rider, Tyler Burrow. Burrow doing a great job staying there to his outside and not letting that 37 ride go by here and take that 6th position away from him as they work to the back bumper of the 168 and Bo Krebs for that 5th position. Contact and around goes the 67 rider, Ty Dickinson. The caution flag will fly once again. Heavy damage here for Ty as he's already taken that ride down pit side. A heartbreaker here for that E&D Farms. Pop of my promotions. 09 Laser Engraving, Black Diamond Mafia number 67 ride as our race leader was right there on him, trying to reel him in. Unfortunately, looks like he's just going to go up the racetrack and gets maybe a little piece of the wall there and then hard into those outfield tractor tires there on the track entry point. That was a pretty heavy hit, a pretty scary hit right there for that 67 ride. Hopefully that driver is A-okay. He probably had to go pee if I'm not mistaken. He may have had to after that one as I don't know if the car just got tight or if he had something break in the steering or what might have happened right there. As car trying to get it to turn left, has to counter steer to get it to go back. Unfortunately, it just hooks up and goes dead straight, and unfortunately goes dead straight to the infield tractor tires there, and a heavy hit for Ty Dickinson. Hopefully he's okay. That's what I get for trying to move it out of the way. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. That makes sense. It makes sense. Unfortunately, get up a little bit too high or trying to not get in the way of the drivers around you or surrounding you, and you get up there a little bit too far and smack, get into that outside fence or take yourself out of contention of it. That's a tough break right there for the 67 ride. We'll see him battle back here next week. Alrighty, as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. I don't think our top two wanted to see that caution flag with 10 laps left to go. Things were getting down to the nitty-gritty here. They had a good lead here, especially Skylar Pruitt. He had a commanding lead over that 00 ride, and then even farther gap back to our third-place drivers. We are back to green flag racing. Pruitt looking for a great restart here, looking for a good run off of quarter number 2, trying to recreate that lead he had before the caution flag between himself and Jason Luther. Right there, you see the 5 rider, Braden Carter, in position number 3. He's got Mario Perez still right there behind him as here comes Tyler Burrow working underneath that 168 ride. Bo grabs Brandon Marlowe right there as well. Nate Walker in that picture is the 8 ride there in the 8th position. Landon Price, Matt George rounding out our top 10 is out in front. Skylar Pruitt looking very good here this evening. He's got this car absolutely hooked up. Somebody throw a bucket of ice on this guy after the race because he is on fire. Wowzers, this 96 car has been fast all evening long as he continues to be the reflection of perfection. He's looking to try to pick up the checkered flag, and he doesn't have a whole lot of laps left to go here. Is this time down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4, he's going to see that high 5 from our flagman. 5 more laps left to go. 5 more laps left here for Skylar Pruitt to get it done in race number 3 of the Hometown Heroes Series presented by Black Diamond Mafia. As Skylar Pruitt, the Black Diamond Mafia owner and the guy that's sporting it on his ride here, one of the drivers as well, looking to try to get it done in this series. And the last thing he wanted to see, that caution flag gonna be displayed late in this race. Bo grabs the 168 ride, having himself a great run up inside the top 5 here. Unfortunately, looks like he may have some help. Yeah, maybe just a little contact there as unfortunately, Nate Walker just going to get underneath him there, just going to scoop that rear end up, breaks traction underneath of that 168 ride, and unfortunately, around goes Bo Crabs. A tough break right there for both drivers. Doesn't look like too much damage, but hopefully some good heads-up driving here from the rest of the field to avoid this 168 ride as... I don't know if the 17. Oh, he got tight. He made some contact, but able to keep himself really out of major damage right there. Getting to head on into that 168 ride is, oh, no. The 71 Ryder Thompson, unfortunately, not so lucky as he does get a good piece there of Bo Krebs, and that's a tough break because that's some pretty good damage to both the 168 and that 71 ride, but nonetheless, those drivers will head to the rear of the field. They'll look to get their cars fixed up and back out onto the racetrack here before the end of the evening, as they'll be looking to try to save a little bit of saving grace out there. Maybe try to pick up a few spots late in this one. As late in this race, that 96 rider, Skylar Pruitt, he's been hitting these restarts perfectly, but now he's given quite a few looks here. That 00 ride of Jason Luther, he's going to have to try to catch that cowboyed up Cha-Cha number 00 machine. Kind of on his tippy toes here, kind of try to catch him flat-footed to get that big jump and a big advantage here. And trying to bring that 96 ride home as Luther right there in second, Braden Carter right there in third, and a very good run here for the CSC Motorsports number 5 ride as Tyler Burrow up into position number 4. Mario Perez back to 5th. Brandon Marlowe now up into 6th with Nate Walker, Landon Price, Matt George, and Devin Daly rounding out our top 10. As quickly the green flag back out into the air, the 96 of Skylar Pruitt out in front. Looking for that big run down the back straightaway, and he's going to find it here. It's down into corner number 3. He's got about 4/10 of a second, but the caution flag will fly here once again. So late race cautions, breeding cautions here at Volusia Speedway Park. And this time it looks like Chase Dunow running into some issues out there as Dunow in that 32C ride. The Slick Shots ride is unfortunately going to get tied up here. Devin Daly already almost going around right there. Woo! Fortunate break right there for the 32C of Dunow here. I'm not sure if he hit anything or car just goes around on him here. The Victory Fuel GRP. I wonder if he hits the inside wall right there. He might have gotten a piece of that inside wall. I'm not 100% sure here as he just sends it in down low, and yeah, just no, doesn't look like it. Just looks like the rear end kicks out and around in the GRP Motorsports Victory Fuel ride of Chase Dunow. Going to go for a loop-de-loop and a tough break there for him, but a quick caution flag. Not a lot of cleanup as we will get ready to go back to green flag racing. Not a big fan of this track at all. Nate has speed, but you can only go as fast as the guy in front of you on a track like this. Yeah, it's a very, very tricky track to get set up, and it really starts in those heat races when the track is stacked. You got to get a big run and a good race in those heat races to set yourself up for a good feature. And don't normally see a lot of movers throughout the top 5, but the rest of the field, you can see some good movers up and down. But right now, Skylar Pruitt, he hasn't went down at all. He's been the reflection of perfection all day long, and he's going to see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for Skylar Pruitt as Pruitt with a commanding lead, 0.6 of a second down the back straightaway for the final